The fluorescent bulbs in courtroom 4A hummed like a swarm of distant locusts, casting a cold, unforgiving glow over the polished oak benches. Sarah Thompson sat rigid in her worn wooden chair, her fingers twisting a damp tissue into shreds, her eyes hollow from months of sleepless nights. The air was thick with whispers, sharp, mocking ones that sliced through her like razor blades. "She looks like a ghost," someone murmured from the row behind, not even pretending to be discreet. And they were right. Sarah hadn't truly slept since her world shattered, since the man she trusted with her life had turned it into rubble. But it was the scent that nearly undid her completely, the faint waft of lavender and citrus drifting from 3 rows back, where Emily Carter perched like a queen on her throne, her sleek black dress hugging her curves, her auburn hair falling in perfect waves. It was Sarah's perfume. The one she'd worn on her wedding day 12 years ago. The one Michael used to nuzzle into her neck and call his forever summer. Emily had chosen it on purpose. A silent taunt that screamed victory. Sarah knew it in her bones. This wasn't chance. It was war. Victoria Reynolds, Michael's iron-fisted mother, sat beside Emily, her voice booming like thunder in a confined space. "I always warned him about her," she declared to no one and everyone, ensuring Sarah caught every venomous syllable. "She's nothing but dead weight, dragging our family down. Finished, that's what she is." The word finished landed like a punch to Sarah's gut, echoing the insults Victoria had hurled since the divorce papers hit. Worthless. Expired. A mistake Michael had finally corrected. Sarah scanned the room, meeting only hostile stares, Michael's venture capital partners in tailored suits, their faces twisted in judgment, his country club pals swapping knowing nods about how she'd let herself go. Even the stenographer tapped her keys with extra force, as if Sarah's mere existence was an annoyance. Michael himself lounged at the plaintiff's table, his charcoal suit impeccable, his smile the same disarming one that had swept her off her feet in grad school. Now, it twisted like a dagger in her chest. His attorney, Laura Kensington, a razor-sharp woman with a track record of demolishing opponents, rifled through documents with predatory grace. "Your Honor," she intoned to Judge Amanda Hartley, "my client has offered a fair settlement, alimony for 18 months. Which is generous considering Mrs. Thompson's documented emotional volatility and failure to contribute meaningfully to the household." Volatility, another loaded term they flung like grenades. As if crumbling under the weight of betrayal made her unstable. As if therapy sessions for the panic attacks that gripped her like vices proved she was unfit. Sarah stared at the settlement papers, a pittance that wouldn't cover basics. No stake in the lakeside home she'd decorated room by room. No share in Michael's thriving investment firm she'd helped launch by freelancing her marketing skills gratis in the lean years. Worst of all, joint custody of their son Ethan, with Michael as primary, reducing her to a weekend visitor in her own child's life. Ethan, her 10-year-old with Michael's wavy hair and her quiet resolve, sat behind her, his eyes too old for his face, absorbing the venom like a sponge. He'd begged to come, insisting he needed to see it through, though Sarah had shielded him from the worst. "Mom," he'd whispered that morning as she buttoned her faded blazer. "Are you gonna let them bury you?" The question had stunned her. Kids didn't grasp the nuances of shattered vows, the slow rot of resentment. Or so she thought. But now, in this arena of judgment, Sarah wondered if Ethan had spotted the cracks she'd ignored, the lies she'd swallowed whole. Judge Hartley, her silver hair in a tight chignon, peered over her glasses at the circus below. "Mrs. Thompson, do you accept these terms?" This was the precipice: surrender or fight a losing war. Sarah's mouth opened, defeat heavy on her tongue, when Ethan's small sneakers scuffed the floor. He rose, backpack slung over one shoulder, marching to the bench with the poise of a soldier facing fire. "Excuse me, Your Honor," Ethan's voice rang clear, slicing the murmurs dead. The room froze. Michael lurched halfway up, confusion etching his features. Victoria's face soured like curdled milk. Emily fidgeted, her poise cracking. Judge Hartley leaned forward, intrigued. "And what do you have to say, young man?" Ethan fished out a red flash drive. Cartoon stickers peeling at the edges, a kid's toy hiding dynamite. "You need to see this before you decide anything." He handed it over, then whispered low interior. Sarah's heart hammered as the judge's brows arched, her expression sharpening from curiosity to steel. She plugged it in, the courtroom a tomb except for her clicks. Minutes stretched like hours, Michael's face straining to ash. Laura's whispers frantic. Finally, Judge Hartley looked up, her gaze a laser sweeping the guilty. When it met Sarah's, it held something rare, vindication. "Well," she said, her tone laced with grim satisfaction, "it seems the truth has a way of crashing the party." She nodded to the bailiff. "Mr. Reynolds, you're under arrest for fraud and embezzlement." 7 months earlier, Sarah's life had been a postcard of suburban bliss. Sunlight poured through the bay windows of their craftsman home on Willow Lane, warming the slate floors they'd installed together in year 5 of marriage. She hummed while flipping blueberry pancakes, her lavender citrus perfume mingling with fresh coffee, a scent she thought defined their happiness. "Smells like heaven," Michael said, slipping in behind her, arms encircling her waist, lips brushing her earlobe. "My incredible wife, keeping us all fueled." She melted into him, inhaling his crisp aftershave. "Ethan's got that science fair today, wanted him powered up. What would we do without you?" he murmured. And her heart fluttered. Even after a dozen years, Ethan bounded in, backpack jangling, his energy boundless at 10. "Dad, you coming to my baseball practice Saturday?" "Wouldn't miss it." "Champ," Michael grinned, tousling his hair. This was their rhythm, Michael kissing them goodbye, vowing dinner on time, roaring off in his sleek Audi to his investment firm downtown. Sarah walking Ethan to the bus, then settling into her home office for freelance marketing gigs, logos, campaigns for startups that kept her sharp and present for after-school pickups. Michael always praised her balance. "You're a rock star." Juggling it all. Their home was their shared dream, 3 bedrooms. A sprawling yard where Ethan played catch and Sarah tended herbs. The mortgage was cushioned by Michael's booming firm, which had grown from a garage startup to a powerhouse with 8 associates. Thinking of branching into tech ventures, he confided one crisp autumn evening over wine. "Could double our portfolio." "You've earned it," she'd beamed. "We've earned it." But hindsight revealed the fissures starting then, subtle shifts she chalked up to work stress. Late nights at the office. Dinners reheated alone. Deals dragging, he'd apologize. Eyes evasive. His phone buzzing at odd hours. Calls taken behind closed doors. Just investors, high-maintenance types. Flowers arrived unprompted, roses. "Lilies, because you're my everything," he'd say. But Ethan noticed, "Dad's buying you flowers a lot. Is he sorry for being gone?" The innocence pierced her. "Tommy's dad did that before he left." She brushed it off. "He's just busy." "Sweetie, flowers mean love." Weekend, client retreats, cropped up, upstate scouting investments. Back by Sunday. Calls sporadic. Excuses thin. Crashed early after driving. Sarah trusted blindly. This was Michael, who proposed under city lights, held her through Ethan's colicky nights, left sticky notes in her planner. But Ethan watched, his questions probing. "Why does Dad's car smell like fancy soap, not yours?" She laughed. "Probably a client meeting. Doubt-seated." but she uprooted it, denial her shield. Until the necklace, a delicate gold chain with a sapphire pendant, tumbled from his pillowcase while changing sheets. Not hers. "Michael," she called. Voice steady, but pulse racing. He sauntered in. "I ask you. What's up?" She held it out. "Found this in our bed." "Yours." His mask slipped, a flicker of dread, then smoothed. "No clue. Maybe from your drawer?" "It's not mine." Silence stretched. Heavy as lead. He sighed, collapsing on the bed. "Sarah, we need to talk." The words gutted her. "No," explained the necklace. "It's Emily's from the office." Emily Carter. His sharp marketing exec. The one who flirted shamelessly at firm parties. What was she doing in our bed? He met her eyes. "Cold now. We've been involved for 9 months. I didn't mean for it. But I want out a divorce." The room spun. 9 months of whispers. Touches in their home while she designed campaigns. Mothered their son. "Our marriage has been stale," he added flatly. "I've tried easing us out for Ethan's sake." "Stale? You said you loved me yesterday." "Pretending." The betrayal layers peeled. Lawyer already consulted. Accounts frozen. Her out by month's end. "You'll get support." Custody shared. Screams erupted. Raw and primal. Then Ethan's soft steps. "Why are you yelling?" Michael's facade cracked. "Just talking." But Ethan pieced it. "Is it the lady with the flowery smell? Saw her car here last week when Mom was out." Michael's pallor confirmed it. Their son had known. Silent sentinel in the storm. The divorce mill at budget firm Lawson and Associates reeked of stale coffee and despair. Sarah faced grizzled attorney Frank Lawson, who skimmed files with a sigh. Tough road. Michael's got Laura Kensington. Shark extraordinaire. Financial gaps a chasm. Rights? Contributions? But no records. Her free work for his firm, family help, not billable. Joint assets? House in his name via a refi doc she'd signed blindly 3 years back. You relinquished claim. Kensington smirked at mediation. Forged trust. Now weaponized. Custody eval with DR. Karen Mitchell turned interrogation. Emotional issues? Living instability. Clients vanished. Victoria's whispers. Sarah's unraveling. Find stable help. Isolation gripped. Friends ghosted. Neighbors averted eyes. Michael and Emily paraded publicly at Ethan's games. School events. She's vibrant, PTA moms cooed. Ethan confided, "She acts like my mom, hates it. Everyone thinks she's better. But they don't know the lies." The eviction notice sealed her despair, rent arrears in their dingy apartment. Mold creeping walls. Kensington called, "Full custody push your volatility." Homelessness. Panic clawed, chest tight. Breath shallow. Ethan found her crumbling. Scared feelings again? "Dad says you're too sick for me." Rage mingled with resolve. "They have power," he said. "But I know stuff." Secrets. Michael's embezzlement. Emily aiding. Framing Sarah. Evidence? Investigated, like detectives online. Hope flickered amid heartbreak. This child. Burdened beyond years. Her unlikely savior. Ethan's laptop unveiled the abyss. Photos of Michael with shady partner Victor Hale. Envelope exchanges outside banks. Audio. Shift funds from Hayes' account, offshore by year-end. Sarah's lawyer's a joke. Bribes. Victoria to DR. Mitchell via charity donations. Video. Cash stacks. Laughs about pinning theft on Crazy Ex. Frame job complete. "They see you as disposable," Ethan whispered. Tears brimming. "Might jail you." Police? "No, court tomorrow." Public unmasking. Pride swelled. Her boy. Protector in shadows. Dawn broke heavy. Courthouse steps a gauntlet. Room packed with Michael's allies, celebratory air. Kensington pushed closure. Judge Hartley, anything to add? Whispers crested, finished. But Ethan's march. Flash drive proffered. Whisper delivered. Recess. Clicks. Paling faces. Ruling. Arrest. Sarah's world tilted, not to ruin, but reckoning. The price? A son's stolen innocence. Her scarred trust. Revenge's bitter fruit, freedom. But at what cost to the boy who saved her?